Welcome back. Today for our practice, we're going to need one block if you have it at home and one strap. If you don't have a strap, you can substitute it for a belt or a long sock. Relating to the chakra series that I kicked off last week, we will be working on activating the sacral chakra today. Let's begin by lying on our backs. You can spread the legs open, extending the arms long. The sacral chakra is located just below the belly button. The sacral chakra is responsible for your sexual and creative energy. It's also linked to how you relate to your emotions as well as the emotions of others. We can't always live in the repeated emotion of happiness. It's okay to allow yourself to feel all emotions, even unpleasant ones. There's always something to take away. When we give ourselves the freedom to feel, we can then begin to figure out how to navigate our feelings. There is so much joy to be had in life through our relationships with both ourselves and others. As we grow in our senses, we are able to develop healthy relationships, boundaries, intimacy, enabling us to overcome societal attachments. I invite you to notice the emotions you feel today on your mat. Just notice without judgment. And remember, all emotions are valid. It's what we do with those emotions that matters the most. Begin to hug one knee into the chest and then the other, wrapping the hands around the shins, rocking side to side. Massaging the low back. We're going to begin to release the left foot, extend it towards the back of the mat, keeping the right knee bent, hugging it in close to the chest. Let's reach for our strap and hook it around the sole of the right foot. Use the strap for support and fully extend the right leg. Keep pulling the right hip crease back. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. On your exhale, begin to release the strap, bending into the right leg. Switching sides, extending the right leg and bending into the left knee, hugging it into the chest. Begin to reach for the strap and place it around the sole of the left foot. Extend the left leg, keep the left hip crease pulled back. Take 3 full breaths here. On the last exhale, bend into the left knee, release the strap, hug both knees into the chest. We're going to open the hips now, place the palms to rest on top of the knees, extend the arms towards the back of the mat, push the knees away, and gently start to circle them back towards the top. Keep moving the knees in a circular motion, opening them softly, soothing breaths. Let's begin to circle the opposite way, circling the knees towards the back, finding slow, mindful movements. Take one more circle here. Let's begin to bring the hands towards the back of the knees and start to rock up and down the spine. Once you're ready, we will cross the feet at the top and step back to plank. Take a Chaturanga, finding up dog or cobra, and we'll all meet in a downward dog. Press the heels towards the mat, breathing deeply into the chest. Release one exhale through the mouth. Let's begin to extend the right leg, three-legged dog. Bend into the right knee, opening the right hip, bring the foot towards the quad, equal weight in your hands. Square the hips, three-legged dog, release the right foot to meet the left, downward dog. Extend the left leg, bend into the left knee. Focus your awareness on your breath to help you through any difficulty or emotions that may be arising. Begin to square the hips, release the left foot to meet the right, downward dog. With control, release the knees to the mat. Take some cat-cows here. Starting off with a neutral spine. Stacking the limbs. Inhale, dip the belly, open the chest. Exhale, arch the back, tuck the chin, draw the navel in towards the spine. Move through some cat-cows here at your own pace of breath. You want to sync the movement with your breath. There's no rush. One more cat-cow here. And once you've finished, bring yourself to neutral spine and step the right foot forward. Finding a low lunge, pressing lightly into the fingertips, open the heart space. Feel that nice release into the left hip flexor. Start to walk the right foot over to the left side, finding Pigeon Pose. Make sure the back leg behind you is straight. Bring the hands to the edges of the mat, make claw-like hands, pressing the fingers into the edges. Take a deep inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend into the elbows, pointing them towards the sky, folding. Feel this release of tension into the deltoids. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release the forehead to the mat. Once more at your own pace. And next time the arms are extended, press the palms into the mat, bend into the left knee, and see if you can reach the left hand to wrap it around the left ankle. Don't force anything, see where you can land naturally. If you have space, you can begin to take the bind, bringing the left elbow crease around the foot, and then extend the right arm and bend into the elbow, maybe touching hands behind the head. Gently release with control. Step the right foot back, Chaturanga, moving through up dog or cobra. Pushing back into downward dog, taking a breath here. And then gently release the knees to the mat, finding your tabletop again. Let's begin to step the left foot forward, low lunge. Lift the chest, gaze upwards. Take a deep breath into the lungs and out through the lungs, keeping the chest lifted. Let's begin to find our pigeon pose, heel toe, the left foot to the edge of the mat. Bending into the left knee, leg is diagonal, resting on the mat. The leg behind you is extended. Make those claw-like hands, pressing the fingers into the edges of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend into the elbows, release the forehead. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Once more, trying to make this as watery as you can. Let's meet inhaling with the chest lifted. Begin to bend into the right knee. See if you can wrap the right hand around the right ankle, keeping in mind that both sides of our bodies are different. So play around here, being open to noticing any emotions or thoughts that come up. And if you would like, you can take the bind on this side. Gently release, come back to your breath. Step the left foot back, Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. And press your seat back to downward dog. Reconnect with the breath. Relax through the upper body. Micro bend the knees. Start to step forward to the top of the mat. Finding forward fold. Grab the backs of your ankles. Fold the head closer towards the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Micro bend into the knees. Rise up to Samasthiti. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, palms touch. Bring them through to your heart center. Begin to transfer the weight to the left foot, bending the right knee into the chest. Circle the ankle one way and then the other. Let's start to extend the right leg behind, pointing the toes to the mat, prayer hands at the heart, or extend the arms towards the back of the mat, finding warrior three, focusing on a drishti, focal point in front of you. Release the back foot, high lunge. Arms are overhead. Open up to warrior two, pivoting on the back foot. Feel the right hip flexor open up, extending the arms at shoulder height. Gaze over the front middle finger. Cartwheel the hands to the front, finding low lunge. Drop the back knee. And we're going to move into lizard. Heel toe the left foot towards the edge of the mat. Maybe staying here, pressing into the fingers, the palms. Or maybe rolling onto the outer edge of the left foot, pushing the left knee away with the left hand. Finding a little bit more space in the hips. Or maybe bending into the elbows, releasing onto the forearms, softening through the facial features. Take a couple more breaths in whichever variation you landed in. Slowly press into the palms if you're down onto the forearms. Heel toe the left foot to the center. Inhale, rise, high lunge. We're gonna lift the back foot off for warrior three again. Point the toes to the mat, square the hips. And let's begin to transition into Artichandrasana, half moon. Placing the left palm into the mat, extending the right arm towards the sky, stacking the shoulders. If you feel like you have space in the body, you can begin to bend into the right knee, bringing the foot closer towards the body, maybe wrapping the hand around the ankle or the foot, keeping the chest lifted. 2 more breaths. Gently release, place the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Maybe grabbing the back of your ankles, pulling your head closer towards the shins. Breathe deeply into the chest. Exhale from the nostrils. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Micro bend into the knees. Rise up, Samastiti or standing pose. Arms are overhead. Palms touch. Exhale through to the heart center. Begin to bend into the left knee. Transfer the weight to the right foot. Wrapping the hands around the left shin. Circle the ankle one way and then the other. Guide the left foot to the back of the mat, finding warrior 3, extending the leg behind you. Prayer hands at your heart, creating a T-like shape with the body. Step the left foot back, high lunge. Arms are overhead. Relax the shoulders. Open up to warrior 2, extending the arms at shoulder height, gazing over the front middle finger. Keep bending into the front knee. Start to cartwheel the hands to the front, low lunge, drop the back knee. Move into your lizard lunge. So heel toe the right foot to the edge of the mat and find a variation that works for you. Remembering that each side is different, so something may work on one side and not the other. Being patient and loving with yourself as you move into this deep hip opener. Holding for a couple breaths. If you're down on the forearms, press into the palms, curl the toes, lift the back knee, rise up, high lunge. Lift the back foot off to move into warrior 3 again. Keep your heart space lifted. Feel the whole back muscles activate here. And let's move into our Artichandrasana on the opposite side, releasing the right palm to the ground, extending the left arm, opening up to the left side. And again, if you feel like you have space here, you can begin to bend into the left knee, bring the foot in closer towards the body, and maybe wrap the left hand around the left ankle or the foot. Let's gently release the fingertips to the mat. Step the left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Palms touch overhead. And exhale, fold. Hinge from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. And step back to plank. Finding one last chaturanga here. Up dog or cobra. And let's all meet in downward dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Release the knees to the mat. Let's sit back on the heels, flip the palms to face the sky, relax the shoulders, soften through the face. Notice how you feel. Notice the quality of the breath. Begin to gently open the eyes and start to walk yourself to face the long ways of the mat. We're going to move into our Manduka or frog pose. So start to shimmy the knees as wide as you can. You want to point the toes outwards. Once you've found a comfortable width where you feel the stretch, that initial point into the hips, begin to bend into the elbows, rest the forearms, press them into the ground for support. You can begin to rock gently up and down here, finding any other soft movement that calls to you. Focus on your breath. You can close the eyes, listening to your body as you press the hips back. This should not be painful. Once you are ready, begin to press into the palms, lifting the chest. Let's start to press the big toes together and push the seat back as if you were taking a child's pose. You can adjust the knees. Begin to breathe softly here, extending the arms forward. Let's start to bring our gaze forward and press ourselves up to a seated position at our own time. Swinging the legs in front of us, we're going to come to sit on the mat, taking an inversion. Walk the feet towards the edges of the mat, bring the knees in together, palms are behind you, lifting the chest. Staying here for a couple breaths, enjoying that nice internal rotation of the hips. Let's begin to cross the legs, seated nice and tall. We're going to begin to take seated circles. So start moving the body one way, maybe closing the eyes, really letting yourself get into the groove of the motion. Release all care of what you look like and just feel the seat and just feel the circles out. Begin circling the opposite way. And once you've completed this last circle, pause. We'll begin to extend one leg and then the other leg. Reach for your block if you have one. And we're going to take a wide-legged seated forward fold. So place the block in the middle. Your forehead will rest on the block so you can make this more passive and restorative. If you don't have a block, you can reach for the feet, wrapping your hands around the feet or the ankles or the shins, wherever they can land. And then start to fold over, releasing the forehead to a block or the mat, or maybe hovering above the ground, relaxing through the back. Take soft, gentle breaths here. On your next exhale, let's begin to stack the spine, release the block, place it beside you. Swing the legs to the back of the mat and slowly make your way to your back. We're going to transition into bridge, so walk the feet in closer towards the body. Let's begin to curl the tailbone upwards. Start lifting the spine from tailbone all the way towards upper back. You can walk your shoulders together, interlace the fingers, lift the hips up a little bit higher, activating the thighs. Breathe. Gently release the hands, walk the shoulders out, and slowly start releasing the back from upper back to tailbone, vertebra by vertebra. Let's take one more asana here, supine twist. Hug the knees into the chest just to release the lower back, and then let the feet come to the mat. We're going to take one more asana here. Cross the right leg over the left. You can take an eagle bind to feel a deeper stretch. Wrapping the right leg around the left and then wrapping the right foot around the left ankle. Release the knees to the left. Look over the right shoulder. Try to release the right shoulder towards the mat. One more breath. Begin to draw the knees to center, uncross the right leg, move to the opposite side, wrap the left leg around the right, maybe taking an eagle bind here. And then release the knees to the right. Relax through the body. Let the muscles soften and extend the left arm. 2 more breaths. Draw the knees to center. Uncross the left leg. Begin to extend one leg, then the other. Let the palms rest open. Arms are by your sides. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Feel the back of your shoulders press into the mat. Your spine is extended and long. Relax your muscles as you close the eyes and breathe deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Begin to close the mouth and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Focus your attention on the location of your sacral chakra, a few inches below your navel. The sacral chakra is tied to the color of orange. Visualize an orange glow below the navel, expanding to the pelvic region and making the whole area warm and relaxed. We'll rest in this sensation for a couple breaths. Let's begin to add our affirmations for the sacral chakra as well. Repeating to yourself in your head, I am a creative being and I feel at peace. I am a creative being and I feel at peace. One more breath here. Begin to hug the knees into the chest. Release the knees to any side, finding fetal position. Slowly make your way up to seated on your own time. Let's place the hands to our sacral chakra area below the navel. And repeat to yourself once more, out loud or silently in your head. I am a creative being and I feel at peace. Inhale to reach the arms overhead. Exhale, prayer hands at your heart. Bow the chin, bow the head. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I'm truly honored to guide you. See you next time.